Alright, so my last video almost went viral and I got over 500 messages of people asking me for advice. So today I'm going to give you 6 signs that you might be living in a toxic household. And I'm not going to say I'm the most qualified person to talk about this, but I was in foster care for about 10 years. So I've had my share of toxic families versus good families. Now I'm not sure what slang your family uses, but my family uses my way or the highway. Or he would say, when I say jump, you say how high. And it was very manipulative, very controlling, and I couldn't see it at the time. Growing up, my foster mom would talk about my sister to me, and then I would chime in on it. And then later on, we would talk and figure out that she was just talking about me to her and talking about her to me. Toxic. It's used to turn you against each other. Third one, whenever you try to explain yourself, they say you're talking back or you're being disrespectful. Clearly, there was a misunderstanding. Another one is you try to have a conversation with them and they immediately shut you down or make the conversation about them. Like they're the only ones who have problems and no one else's exists. When you decide to set boundaries, they say you tripping or you depressed, or when really you're just standing up for yourself. Then everyone decides to jump in on you. You should never be 5-1 in any argument. That's toxic. And number 5, this is a big one. They're controlling, they're judgmental, and they're very negative about everything. Now you might have to take a step back and actually think about all the BS and toxic stuff that you've seen and heard. And if they're more negative than they are positive, or if you even have to consider it, it's toxic. And the last one, everyone's closed-minded and thinks the same. If this happens, that means that you have 1 or 2 family members who have been able to control and manipulate everyone in the household. And the minute you wake up and start standing up for yourself, you're being an outsider, you're being weird, you're depressed, the devil's got you, but no, you're just standing up for yourself. And a lot of y'all aren't gonna agree with me, and that's okay, but I moved from Georgia all the way to California to get out of that toxic household, that toxic situation. I had enough love and respect for myself to not stay in that. And I will say family is what you call it, and you don't have to put up with anyone's mess. The longer you take to set boundaries for yourself, the harder it's gonna be for them to actually respect you and respect your boundaries. Now I'm actually curious, which one resonated the most?